Johnny Rock Show, Rockin' 101, the Rock Station.
Rockin' 101, you're on the air. Please don't swear. Is this Adam Carolla?
Yeah, it is.
Hey, Adam, it's Johnny Rock. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Yes, we were waiting for you. I thought I would warm the audience up with a little Love Line, because we had Love Line on when you were at the Edge. I put Love Line on. You went from a zero to a hero. Number one show in town for many years.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those were good days. People liked that show, and it was syndicated and it was popular.
Oh, absolutely. Well, it was before the internet too. These kids nowadays with their cell phones. In my day, I had to hear Love Line if I wanted to get titillated on late night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. It's a different world. There's a bygone era, and it seems kind of quaint by today's standards. But it was still a nice decade for me.
Oh, for everybody. But thank you. Yeah, I brought you out for Edge Fest. You were on stage, and it was a whole thing. I think the GM offered you a gig, which was funny at the time. You know, but that's a whole nother story. So listen.
Yeah, you remember where did Edge Fest take place?
That was at River's Edge in Wisconsin, right over the border. The beautiful area. About 45 minutes from Minneapolis. But I just did a festival over the weekend. But listen, you're not here to talk about Rock Fest or Edge Fest. We're talking your new book. Everything reminds me of something. Advice, answers, but no apologies. I would never expect an apology from you. Not that what is needed, but tell us about this book and how you just keep, doing project after project. You're a Renaissance man.
People ask me to write a book, and I go, okay, I'll write the book. And then I write a funny book. That's usually how the process works. This one, we just thought it'd be a funny idea if I answered questions versus sit around out of whole cloth and try to come up with premises for a chapter. So we just put it out there to a lot of celebrity friends and then a lot of fans, and they just came up with really good questions, and I just answered them. And it came out funny, as always, but also has a lot of good advice and, sound life hacks and things in it. But it's just, if you like my books and you like comedy and you like a sort of unfiltered voice, I think you'll enjoy this one.
Well, I like everything you do. I especially like your films. I mean, you're very underrated as a filmmaker, I think.
Oh, well, thanks. You were talking about the documentaries or the romantic comedies, or which ones we're talking about?
Well, all of them, but I really like, I watched 5 Rocky movies over the weekend, and except for the first one, none of them were as good as your boxing film. I mean, that was great.
Oh, The Hammer.
The Hammer, yes.
Yeah, people like The Hammer. Yeah. It's a little kind of small budget indie film I wrote and basically directed and starred in it too, just kind of based on my past life as a carpenter and a boxing coach. And I know people don't expect me to make a good movie, but it's certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes at 90% with the people. So it can't be that bad.
Yeah, honestly, great movie. Now, I remember when you left morning radio, after you replaced Stern on a bunch of stations, and so did David Lee Roth, and you left that and you went into podcasting. And at the time, I remember people going, I don't know what he's doing, but it's not going to work. You knew about podcasting before anybody. Did you just did your homework? I mean, you saw it coming.
No, there wasn't really any homework to do back then. I just did it because I wanted to do it. I didn't really have any designs on getting rich or getting popular or anything like that. It was just a podcast. I just wanted to communicate. I just wanted to talk to the audience. I didn't have any thoughts about where it was going to be in 3 years or anything. I just literally just did it because I thought it was the right thing to do.
And it says Guinness World Record breaking podcast. Was it the most listeners or the most downloads? What was that?
It was the most downloads, and Ricky Gervais had the old record, and I just figured it should be held by an American.
Yes.
You know?
Well, good for you. Well, this is great. I appreciate you jumping on here. The new book, Everything Reminds Me of Something. Advice, answers, but no apologies. Adam Carolla, you are a Renaissance man. You're welcome back. Anytime you want to come on the Johnny Rock Show, I appreciate you jumping on today, okay?
Thanks, Johnny. I appreciate it.
There he goes. Adam, hey, we'll play some more Love Line on your way out the door here. But thanks for coming on.
The Olympics, though.
There
You're no longer
no more
give
Olympic.
up your amateur status.
Exactly, you're done.
Yeah, here's the whole thing. I don't think you need to delineate
Listen to
between
those golden
the
tones.
amateur
Thank you,
bullfighter and the professional bullfighter.
Yeah.
You call yourself a bullfighter. We never.
Rockin' 101. The Johnny Rock Show in the morning on the Rock Station.